So building block number one is cash flow. This is so important because if you don't have cash flow, none of the other building blocks matter. You can't do anything with them. So it's really, really, really important to have cash flow. This is the money coming in and the money going out of your household or your business. Okay, so one key rule when it comes to cash flow is income must be greater than expenses plus reserves. I'll say it again. Income must be greater than expenses plus reserves. Now you may have heard, oh, more needs to come in than goes out, right? You may have heard that before, but you may not have heard plus reserves. We're gonna get into that in building block number 3. The most important thing to think about when it comes to cash flow is, for one, you gotta know what's coming in and going out. You'd be surprised how many people we talk to that have no idea what's coming in and what's going out. And these are people who, some of them are very high income earners, and they're like, well, the money comes in, I don't know where it goes. Or some people are like, gosh, I have more months than I have money, right? I run out of money every month. I make money, but I don't know where it goes. So here's where increasing your knowledge comes. You gotta be aware of what's coming in and where the heck it's going. But how do you do that? You've gotta be able to track it somehow. So if in your personal finances and your business finances, you're not currently tracking what's coming in and what's going out, a free, really easy tool to use is mint.com, mint.com. It's a free tool. You can use it on your computer, you can use it on your iPhone, your iPad, and it will link to your bank accounts, your credit cards, your loans, anything you want to link it to. And basically it will categorize how much you spend on gas, how much you spend on your mortgage, how much you spend on payroll if you have a business. Everything you spend money on, it will track it. And then after 30 days, you can look and see exactly where your money is going. And you could see what's happening. So now you've increased your knowledge about what's happening in your cash flow. Now you can take responsibility by deciding what you want to do with it. Do you want to save in more areas? Do you want to spend less in some areas, spend more in some areas? Then you could really see what's going on and make some decisions and take control. The other key important thing to think about when it comes to cash flow, getting it up there, getting it up as high as it can go. Most people think about lowering their expenses and cutting costs, but you can only cut costs so much, right? You could go to zero and then that's not living your best life. Yeah. That's like no home, no business, no nothing. So I would rather focus on increasing my cash flow because you could increase it infinitely, right? But how do you increase your cash flow? Well, you have to look at what value are you providing. So if you have a job, how can you provide more value to the company? Can you take on more responsibility? Can you help bring in more business? Can you, earn a commission? And then if you own your own business, how can you provide more value to your clients? Can you provide more services? Can you increase your prices? It's not just about getting more money. It's about providing value that people want to exchange more money with you. Okay, so that's what we're gonna cover for building block number 1. Cash flow, you wanna focus on more coming in, then going out, plus reserves. We'll talk about that in a minute. Tracking and increasing your cash flow, okay?